Hi, Painstream. I wanted to say something because, we got into the whole, and I feel like um, I get down, or I can be perceived as getting down on Christians. Um, I love Christians. I love everybody. I don't always show that, especially when I'm driving. But I love Christ. I love God. I love, I am a Christian. I would say that I'm also spiritual. I would say that Christians are probably the worst advertisement for Christianity, which is unfortunate. But some of them are the best advertisement for Christianity, right? Um, but so I don't keep saying, replace the word Lord or replace the word God or replace the word Jesus with something else because I think they're not good. I do that because I want the information that I share to be accessible to everyone because it is. It's for everyone. It just happens to be from some books and texts that people might have a disdain for because of the baggage that comes along with it. And there is baggage. If you're a Christian and you tell me there's not baggage that goes along with it, you're just not honest. Because there is. And you could say the Bible is pure and it's the Word of God, but when it's associated with Christians who rape little boys and hate people because of their gender identity or hate anyone, that if people feel like they're being hated or outcast or pushed aside or marginalized or disdained by a certain group of people who follow a text, then they're probably not going to react positively to that text, right? Or those precepts. So that's why I do that. On the flip side, I do want to also illustrate, however, that there's a reason why programs like Alcoholics Anonymous and all those anonymous programs, I haven't done any of those or been to any of those meetings, but I understand there are 12 steps, and one of them, or a large part of the program, is believing in having faith in a creator or God or something bigger than yourself, bigger than the world, bigger than everything. I'm sure you can definitely correct me on that because I don't know and I didn't look this up. But there's a reason why those programs are the most effective programs for helping people to handle their addictions. And it's because faith. Because maybe these people never had any faith before. And if they have faith in something, anything, it's a step. And it could save this. It's a step that can save their life. The same thing with yoga. I don't know if I mentioned I'm big into yoga. I'm sure that's on the health stream. I love it. And mostly the exercise. I do it for the exercise. But you can't really separate. Once you start doing it, you start learning more about what's around it. And now that I'm doing this yoga teacher training, I'm learning what's around it. And what I'm learning is that it's not, other things are around it, but it's not like yoga's the core and then there's these other things around yoga. Yoga, the physical part, is really the asanas, right? The postures, physical postures. Yoga is the center. The yoga that we know is really the asanas, and that's one limb, they call it. There's 8 limbs of yoga. the physical part is only one limb of 8. So I'm learning about all of that now. And what I'm learning is that all of the actual big enlightenment yoga is, I believe it's Ashtanga, is aligns very nicely with my beliefs. I haven't gotten it yet, but if you wanted to learn more about the 8 limbs of yoga, there's a book called Yoga Sutras by, I'm going to botch this up, but Sri Swami Satchitananda. That's the version that I got. And if you're not interested, don't read it. But anyway, I'm talking about yoga because, a lot of the instructors, I'm not going to say a lot. I don't even know what percentage. But there's a good percentage of people who get into yoga because they're looking for that something more. Because someone told them, they were probably addicts too. They were probably going off in the wrong direction. And, those will freely admit it. Instructors that I've had, and a lot of times they're the best instructors. Not physically, but for the spiritual part. They're so into it. Because, when you're an addict, I learned this 10 years ago, you need to control because your life is so out of control. So you control things around you. And so once and a lot of times people self-medicate because maybe they have ADHD that went undiagnosed, or they have something that went undiagnosed and they're self-medicating because they don't know what else to do about it, to calm themselves down or make themselves feel better, or make themselves less self-conscious, or make themselves feel normal and okay in society. They do that through drugs and alcohol. And so, maybe somewhere along the line someone told them, hey, try yoga, that will help. And, or I don't know if they get that advice when they get clean or something like that. I don't know how that works. But eventually some of them find their way to yoga. And then when they do, they are like all in, like focus. Especially, like if they were self-medicating because they had ADHD or ADD, and I only know this because someone told me about ADD and what goes on, because they had it. You're kind of scatterbrained, right? Like squirrel, everywhere. But then there's one thing, and you'll hyper-focus on that one thing. And then you're all in it, and nothing else matters. So that would make sense, right? If you have that and you self-medicated for that, and then you stop medicating, you still have the issues you had before. So what do, right? You find a thing, you find yoga, it helps you, and then you just get all in. Like, I got to do teacher training, I got to do, and they become like these masters, and and it does help them. And why does it help them? Yes, the postures are good for your body, and it helps your chemistry, and maybe it helps you to calm down and do all that stuff. But what it ultimately does, the yoga, the all 8 limbs, is a path to enlightenment. It's a faith. You have to believe in something greater than yourself if you're actually going to follow the yoga, the big yoga, not the little yoga that we think. The asanas, the physical practice, the physical postures. So it's faith. Faith in whatever. Faith in pizza. Pizza's good. I can't eat it anymore, but I miss it. Grew up on it. I grew up on everything Italian over here. So I grew up on everything I should never have eaten. Carbs, wheat, and dairy. Oh, but it's mozzarella. It's so good. Literally, no lie. Grew up. There's chicken parmesan in my fridge every day. Every day. We ate that as a snack. Go in the fridge, get out, chicken cutlet, breaded chicken cutlet, get out chicken parmesan, eat it, get out a meatball. I mean, I could go into my fridge at any time, day or night, and get a meatball. So good. Can't eat meatballs either. Although Whole Foods has some pretty good gluten-free ones, which they're out of right now. They're so good though. They better get back in stock because I need them. I was eating them every day. They're so good. Anyway, those are the things that I wanted to say aside from the quotes. I hope that makes sense and clears things up. I don't want to upset anyone. I'm trying to make everyone, not make everyone, I'm trying to offer help to people who need help. That's it. So let's try to do some of that now. All right. I have had prayers answered, most strangely sometimes, but I think our Heavenly Father's loving kindness has been even more evident in what He has refused me. Lewis Carroll. That's the truth. That's the truth. Oh, if you're going through a struggle and you lost what you thought you should have, you didn't get what you wanted, you lost a job, you lost a relationship, you didn't get the girl, the guy doesn't like you, that's a blessing. You don't know it, but you should. You know, how thankful am I that 10 years later I'm here. 10 years later I'm here and I'm happy. Very, very, very happy. Did I struggle? Yes. But I could have been in a much worse situation right now. You tell me that 10 years ago, I would never, ever, ever, I would have just cried in your face and drank wine, smoked some cigarettes, and sleep because I was taking the stupid hypothyroid meds. But, yeah, you don't know. You don't know. How many people missed a plane and the plane crashed? I don't know how many. Probably not that many, but some. I'm sure when they missed it, they were pissed. But they weren't later. So think about it. And keep that in mind, you know? Yeah, it's whatever. You lost your job, it sucks. Maybe there's going to be a much better job for you. You know, maybe, who knows? Maybe your soul was being crushed and you wouldn't take the initiative to leave. But it's better for you to leave. So, you gotta let go. Who knows what it is? Oh my God, I think I told you the story. I knew someone whose house, they had to hide in a little crawl space under their house during a tornado. And their house got whooshed away like, what is it? Come on, The Wizard of Oz. Thank God they survived. But they were going to move because they wanted a new house. But they didn't want to leave the neighborhood. Guess what? New house. Not the greatest way. Probably not thrilled at the time. But they're going to be really happy with their new house. See? Real courage is moving forward when the outcome is uncertain. Fortune cookie. So I think we talked about this. I think I showed you my fortune cookie. I don't know. I know I did in one of the videos. I don't know if it was this stream, but yeah, that's over in front of my door. So every time I walk out of my house, I get to see that. Real courage is moving forward when the outcome is uncertain. The outcome is always uncertain. The quicker you accept that, the better you'll feel. That's what we talked about, right? Didn't Tony Robbins say the biggest problem people have is that they don't think they should have problems? Yeah. Accept it. Write it on your door in black marker. Write something on your door, black marker. Why not? That's better than having a regular old door. something inspirational that you look at every time you leave, that vibration's going to be with you every time you leave your house, and everyone else too. That's cool. I like that. I'm not going to write on my door though. Put a piece of paper. You turned my wailing into dancing. You removed my sackcloth and clothed me with joy, that my heart may sing to you and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give you thanks forever. Psalm 30, 11, 12. Yeah, that will happen. That will happen naturally over a long period of time. But if you choose to turn your situation in a positive direction, if you just choose to turn your eyes and your mind in a positive direction, even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't believe it, you'll be better for it. My friend who went through the horrific divorce and called me and was, when it first happened, she was like, no, I'll never recover from this. This is so horrible. I will never. And I said, with time, it will, I promise you. And she was like, how long? I was like, well, I'm sorry, but it's like 2 years. She was like, no, I can't. I'm suffering. I know. What are you going to do? Go do yoga. Drink. I don't know. Don't drink and drive, but just drink. But after a while, stop, because you don't want to be like, get carried away. But she just posted a picture from her wedding day online on a social media, and I guess she had posted it in the past, maybe a year after, and in the caption that on the first anniversary she said, I wish I could do this all over again. What a great day. And she just posted yesterday that memory of her saying how happy she was on her wedding and how she would love to do it all over again. And she just posted and wrote something about, you will heal, you will get over it. Not all relationships will last, and that's okay. You will heal. I mean, I was just like, thank God. I'm so happy that she's at that space where she can do that. That's brave. I didn't do that. Posted a picture of me with, what's his name? Tatum Channing's face. Photoshopped over my ex-husband. Came out really good. Call me Tatum. Anyway, next. So that's good. When you get to that point, that's good. You will. You turn my wailing into dancing. Dance, bitches. We know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them. Romans 8:28. So, God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God. Now, and are called according to his purpose for them. So, what does that mean? Causes everything to work together for the good of those who love him. So you can say, like these difficult times are really for your ultimate good, right? It's hard to see it at the time, and, does it mean you're going to win the lottery or something? No, maybe, but no. But you will have growth. And if you believe that everything will work for your good during difficult times, then that will help you get through it. Everything's cyclical. You're here, you'll be here, and then you'll be back down here. The roller coaster we are all on, and you think everyone's here, and why aren't you there? They just look like they're here. They're not here. I knew someone, She had 3 kids, and every time I saw her out, she was perfect, impeccably dressed, perfect hair, perfect makeup, so thin, perfect. Always had one of those little tweed jackets on, so cute, perfect clothes, perfect shoes, perfect purse, perfect everything. So I went in her house, and it was a shit show. Food all over the walls, like clothes everywhere. You don't know. You don't know. So don't be thinking everybody's all okay, because they don't know, you know, they're trying to hide it. And to be honest, it's the ones that are the most perfect out that are covering the most, I think. I don't know. I didn't do research on that, but in my experience, it seems to be. The Lord says, I will guide you along the best pathway for your life. I will advise you and watch over you. Psalm 32:8. So, you know, maybe he does and maybe you don't listen. Maybe she does and maybe you don't listen. Do you meditate? Prayers are when you talk to God. Meditation is when you listen. Think about that. Our present troubles are quite small and won't last very long. Yet they produce for us an immeasurably great glory that will last forever. Forever and ever. 2 Corinthians 4:17. Is that from The Princess Bride? When they were getting married. Forever and ever. That's a great movie. So great. I love that movie. For those who fear my name, the Son of Righteousness will rise with healing in his wings. The Son of Righteousness, the S-U-N, the Son of Righteousness will rise with healing in his wings, and you will go free, leaping with joy, like calves led out to pasture. Malachi 4:2. For those who fear my name, don't fear. It's not fear. Revere. How about that? Let's use that word, revere. The Son of Righteousness will rise with healing in his wings. It's very poetic. You will go free, leaping with joy, like calves out to pasture. So, because you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. George Michael, so good. So good. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I don't know. I'm going away. Well, you don't know. There's no one there. So who cares what I do the videos? You don't know. But I'm going away. I'm going to Cabo, so I don't think I'm going to do these for a week. But like I said, so what? You don't know. I'll miss doing these, though. I'll tell you that much. So part of me does want to bring the book, but I don't want to be silly either. Greg doesn't seem to enjoy these videos, so you know, I want us to enjoy our vacation. I don't want to make him uncomfortable. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Peace out.